Hey guys, so this week, one of my favorite guests is back to sit down with me and just chit chat. It's his birthday this week, so just wanted to celebrate in a different way by us sitting down together and talking about our marriage, our relationship. We're going to play a couple games and just enjoy each other's company. So, just as a disclaimer, if you view us as children, if you've known us since we were children, if you are my parents or his or any adult that raised us in any type of way, this is your disclaimer that there is some conversation, some adult conversation at the end of this podcast episode. Anyway, so like I said, just get to know us a little bit better as Mr. and Mrs. Wells. Here we go. All right. Hey, y'all, and welcome back to the Still a Good podcast. I'm your host, Elena, and I've got a returning guest with us this week. You may know him as D, but I know him as Babe. It's his birthday this week, so I thought I'd bring him on again. Welcome back.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy D. Y'all know how I do it every time I come on the show. Me and Bay got to take us a nice shot. I got them pulled up already. Here you go, baby.
Thank you.
Bottoms up. It's a good episode.
All right. Way to get started per usual.
You know it.
All right. So today we're gonna keep it chill. We're just kind of celebrating each other, celebrating your birthday.
Yeah, big 36. You know how I do it.
Yeah, how's it feel to be turning 36?
I'm getting up there, man. My body let me know.
Your body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mentally, I think I'm still in my 20s, but my body tell me different.
Is that a good thing, mentally being in your 20s?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
I feel like I'm still in my youth, still in my prime, but my body, I'm saying time to slow
down. You say nah, bro.
I had to get up and stretch every morning.
Okay, so let's talk about it since you turning a year older. What's one thing or two things? How many ever? One or two things that you learned in this year in 35? Because I'm about to turn 35, so.
At 35, I got to travel the country a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too much different, but I don't like the club no more. Never really been a big club person.
Yeah.
But the older I get, oh well,
the less the environment.
I'd rather sit in the house and chill. Go to the park with the family or to the beach.
Okay.
I went on a cruise for the first time at 35. It was wonderful for our anniversary.
Yeah.
First year anniversary. Married life. 35, I was married.
Yeah. So, really, you was married at 34 for about a month. But what's one of the biggest what's one of the greatest things that happened at 35?
That's the longest me and baby been living together. Because normally I'm back and forth over the road, back and forth between Texas and Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
We've been living together for pushing 6 months soon.
Yeah.
The longest was 4 months.
No.
3, 4. March, April, May, June, July.
No, not July.
I moved back in July.
You moved back in June.
It was basically July though.
True.
It was like literally the last day.
Yeah, so this is the longest we've lived together. So that's been one of the highlights of 35.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spending a lot of family time.
Yeah. All right. So I have one more question before we move forward. Um, Now that you've gone through 35 years of life, what's something you would tell your 25-year-old self? Think about what's happening at 25.
Just stay focused. Learn to save money better.
Hmm.
Because I've gotten a little better with money control, thanks to you.
Yeah, you done better.
Um, choose who you hang with better,
Wiser.
wiser, and
Yeah, that's a good one.
I would have went to truck driving school a lot earlier.
Mm,
I got my CDL.
yeah.
But if I would have had to slap myself, I was like, listen, bro, sit down, go to the school for 6 months and set yourself up. In 10 years, you'll be sitting on
A lot of
a
money.
lot of money, a couple $100,000.
A business.
Oh yeah, a whole truck business. Would have been in the industry, but before it went to shit.
Yeah.
The truck industry, freight is fucked up out here right now. And I would have got a chance to make all that money during Corona.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That would have been crazy. All right. So let's go ahead and get this episode started. Per usual, we're gonna talk about, I guess, our relationship and marriage and life, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and just do a little check in, how couples always say, you good, we good, and then they just kind of keep it moving.
Yeah, well, I think we're good. We had a couple bumps in the road, but what relationship don't?
That's true. On a scale of 1 to 10, how connected do you think we've been lately?
A 10? Because you know me too well, right?
Do you notice that this week or these past couple weeks?
Yeah. We're creatures of habits and patterns, so my wife pays attention, and I know it when something on her mind too. So
Yeah.
we've been very connected.
Yeah, I think that's shown in the last couple of weeks that we both know each other better than we knew that we did, I think. But I also think that probably plays into that living together for the past 6 months. They can't hear you nod your head.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so
Sometimes I forget we're not doing a video podcast, just
yeah,
audio.
soon we'll have the visual set up. As soon as we
Shout out to the Stag Moms and Stag Dads out there. To Stag Dag and Stag Mom clothing line coming soon.
Okay. So, what's something that I did this week that made you feel loved? Maybe not even this week, in the last month that I've done that made you feel seen and loved and
Well, you always make me feel seen and loved.
oh, how? What's something that I do?
Every day I get up for work, I have a lunch bag full of goodies and lunch and water.
Mind you, he goes to work at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
So I get up with him.
Make sure I'm up. Because God knows I don't be want to let the bed go at no 3, 4, or 5 o'clock in the
We
morning.
be fighting it.
5 o'clock, I'm just now getting out of dreamland.
Yeah. Mind you, we go to bed at a decent time
9, 10
most
o'clock.
of the time. But still, he don't be wanting to wake up. And I wake up with you and I make your lunch.
I'm a truck driver. I like to get my 10 hours. You feel me? That's why it's called a 14-hour reset. 10-hour reset.
Yeah, but when you was driving trucks, you didn't even sleep that much.
I lie. Do I need to call Jay on the phone?
No.
Once I get off that game and watching a movie, I'll fall asleep watching movies on the road when I'm back there in the bunk.
Mm. All right. Anything you want to ask me during our reset? I mean, not our reset. See, you got me. During our check-in.
Truck of life.
That you want to check in about?
How does it feel
Hmm.
being a husband of a trucker?
I'm not a husband.
Well, how does it feel married to a trucker?
um, it depends. There's two perspectives. A local truck driver, not a big deal
I
because
don't like being local, just to let everybody know.
no one
This shit's for the
asked
bird.
you. Stop cursing on my podcast.
I'll give it to him raw and uncut.
So to answer your question, there's two perspectives. Being a wife of a local truck driver is normal. It's like you just get up and go to a regular job. I don't know what you do all day. You just be at work,
In
and
the
I be
sun,
at work,
slaving.
and then you come home. Being married to a trucker on the road is a little bit mentally draining sometimes because I have to take on everything at home while you're on the road.
I give more mental and verbal support when I'm out there on the road. I make sure y'all good
Yeah, but even that it
financially.
doesn't
It'd be
come
needing
across.
my touch.
Even that doesn't come across sometimes because, like you said, you're either driving or you're resting, and then depending on what
Mood
that
I'm in.
what that schedule is, we might be on opposite schedules for days, and then you might not be in the mood to talk because you tired or whatever the case may be.
If everybody know me, sometimes I don't like talking. Text me, send me a reel, and we'll have a real conversation. send about 30 reels back and forth.
Oh, you mean reels like videos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram reels or TikTok reels.
Yeah.
And then had a whole 2 hour conversations in them reels with no words exchanged. Explaining how we've been feeling that day or what's on your mind.
What's another question for me? Or you don't have one?
How have you been feeling since I've been back in the house full time?
I was actually thinking about this the other day. I feel like it just really became like normal, and now it might be changing again. But I prefer you being home. There's pros and cons to both. Pro to you being on the road is my house stays clean and pristine the way I like it.
Because if y'all know me, I'm not the. I'm not saying I'm nasty.
No, and me and my mom just had this conversation was about the difference between like nasty, junky, and messy. And like,
I'm just cluttery.
yes, he likes to keep stuff that we don't need.
And I know exactly where I leave it most times. Even if I say,
Mm,
baby, you seen this, then she'll be like,
mm.
no, then I go right walk and go get it.
And then he is notorious for like leaving shoes in the middle of the floor or just not picking things up. Like, did you pick that bag up over there that you put over there?
No, like
No, exactly. They go say to me, baby, I'm about to do it, but didn't do it. All right. Sorry, y'all. We
we had a kids interruption.
real
We,
parent life here. Try
yeah.
to record and stuff and be a parent. We've got extra kids in the house today. But anyway, all right. Let's play a game. You want
What
to
you
play a
trying to
game?
play?
Let's play.
I didn't go get it.
No, no, not nasty. Anyway, let's play this or that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, two things, and you're gonna tell me which one you prefer.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can explain yourself if you want to.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go. All right. You kind of answered this one already, but staying in or going out?
Staying in. Homebody. Can't get in trouble out there in the house.
Yeah. And what do you do when you stay in?
Rub on my wife's feet.
Mm.
Rub on her, play my game, eat, play the game with my homeboys online, so it ain't really no point of getting out anyway, because
They in the house
they in
too.
the house too on the game.
Okay. Vacation in the mountains or on the beach?
When you say in the mountains, what do you mean?
Like a cabin in the mountains or like go to the beach.
That's a tricky one. Depends on the time of year. You know, in the wintertime, I would want to really get a chance to ski or snowboard. So in the wintertime, I would go on the mountain. Summertime is the beach. It's relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Sand on your toes, water splashing on you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not answering the questions. Stay in or go out. Most of the time, lately, I prefer to stay in, but I do need those times to go out once a month or something.
And beach or mountains for you.
I'm a water baby. We all know that. I need to. For those of y'all that don't know, I am diagnosed with anxiety, so sun and water help me sometimes reconnect. That's why I kind of can't wait for Monday because I need to recharge my battery. But I do like going to the cabin. I do like bonfires and that stuff, but you only do that in the winter, like you said. So, okay, what about? I already know the answer to this question. Morning sex or sex at night or nightcap, I guess they're called.
I prefer morning sex
You don't have to explain any further if you don't want to.
because in the morning time you freshly woke up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm woke, he woke.
Everybody woke.
Everybody woke. Nighttime, I'm tired. I've been just got out of work. Been up 12, 13 hours, walking, lifting,
Mm-hmm.
driving, mentally drained.
Okay. We kind of answered this question in our last episode.
What about you?
Oh,
I know the answer to this one.
what's the answer?
Nighttime.
Yep. But I get your point too.
You
But
need to go to sleep, and I need to have a
to
good day.
wake up, yeah, we be on opposite.
Ends of the spectrum.
That's why I was up so late last night, where I couldn't go to sleep.
Mother Nature.
Anyway, we kind of answered this next question on the last podcast we did together, but would you prefer to work through a fight right then or take a break and cool off?
Oh, most times work through it right then.
Mm-hmm. You said most times. When do you feel like you need to take a break and cool off?
It just depends on who the person is, but with you, right then.
Wow.
Like if it's a homeboy or something like that, we'll give each other time to chill, So we mean, you don't want to say nothing out the way, or when you're mad, you say shit you don't mean.
So you okay saying shit you don't mean to me?
I'll sit down and let you talk first and take a deep breath and get it on off my chest.
Mm. Mhm. Well, we all know that I be needing to take a break. You tired? All that yawning you doing over there, like you
Nah,
in
just
sleep.
relax.
But I be needing to take a break and cool off. I don't know. I also realized that we do better, and this probably doesn't work for a lot of people, but if it's like an argument type of situation, we do better in going separately and then like texting about it.
I'll go play my game to you, then calm down.
But even I'm saying the texting part because I think when I'm in your face or when we're in each other's faces and I'm like telling you how I feel, you have to like digest everything I'm saying and then come up with a response. Whereas like in text message, you can like read all the parts and you respond to all the parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
Even
makes
if
sense.
it's in different parts of responding, like I might text answer the first half and then text in the second text.
Right, but I think you
Yeah, I kind of do
comprehend it
better
better.
because I'm reading it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm sure that doesn't work for a lot of other couples though.
I love reading, so they kind of explain it.
Plus that ADHD.
Yeah, when I'm reading something, I'm focused on it.
Mhm. Okay. Would you prefer to get a random gift, or would you prefer for someone to like randomly do something for you, like an act of service?
They're kind of the same thing, though. That's still a gift if they doing something for me.
True, but like, would you rather me like buy you something or do something for you?
But with you, I don't know. Either or, it don't matter.
You know,
'Cause if you sit down and take
I'm
thought,
trying to get ideas for your birthday.
I know.
No, I'm just playing. I already know what I'm getting, what we're doing for your birthday.
When I get gifts, I want to be asked what you want, and then I tell you. But
Every time I ask you anything, you say I don't know.
I'm just saying, like earlier, I said, baby, I want some VC.
But also, I also have a mental list of things you've already told me. See, that's the difference I feel like between me and you is I'm constantly taking lists of things. Like I have a mental list of things that I know that you want, that you said, because you're always like, I want one to something. So I have a mental list, and so it just depends on the budget that I'm like, okay, let's do this thing. He might have said that 2 years ago, but I know he still wants it.
Like my watch.
All right. Moving on. Um, public display. Oh wait, I didn't answer the question. Random gifts or random acts. If you yawn one more time on this mic,
I picked it up.
I'm sure it is. I don't know.
Or maybe I'm just tired.
I just said that. You said we're recording still.
I'm kind good.
You just slept for 14 hours. Almost.
I like sleeping now. It's a habit, a healthy habit. Get my body.
You just
The
said
sun is
earlier you
draining.
didn't get in. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I prefer random acts of service when it comes to you because I love you very much, but you're not a good gift giver.
Oh well, I'm not.
Because you don't ask what I want. You want people to ask you what you want, but you don't ask me what I want, and you're also not taking a mental list of things that I want.
My mind
So
don't.
you just get things. You just buy me things instead of buying me things that I'm asking for that I
I
want.
think of the stuff I know you like when I get gifts.
But that doesn't mean that I want it just because I like it.
Yeah.
So I'm putting it
Women are
on
from
record right
Mars
now.
and women are from Venus.
I'm putting it on record right now. I already told him what I want for my birthday, and that is to go shopping for all of the girly things that I like: facial products, makeup,
In other words, she would want me
perfume.
to give her the bank card until I go have fun.
Yeah, but I want you to take me. That's part of the gift. Is you going?
Drive you around the
Yeah,
area.
and then take me to like lunch or dinner or something.
I don't mind doing that.
I know you don't. I'm just telling you that's what I want.
But I have to sit up in there while you look at all the makeup and
Yes.
stuff.
Mhm. Okay. Public displays of affection or private displays of affection?
Public.
The facts, because he don't care who around.
I'm smacking booty cheeks, cheeks, kissing lips, all that above.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, my sweet thing.
I love it. Don't. I'm nobody's private. Nothing. Agreed. Okay.
What about you?
I said agreed. I also like public displays of affection. All right, who's the stubborn one?
Me?
I was gonna say be honest. You didn't even let me finish. What makes you stubborn?
I
More
don't
stubborn
know.
than me? I don't really know if that's true though.
I don't think you are, but I feel like it's me most times. Cause
Why?
when your mind made up, it's made up.
Period. It is what it is.
I can say no 100 million times, and then
I don't care.
give me the puppy dog eyes, and man, I had to change my mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, you the
I think we're
stubbornness.
both stubborn. I
I
definitely
don't
think
think
we're
that's a
both
Gemini
stubborn.
trait.
Yeah. Um,
We stuck in our ways.
yeah, but I also think we're both very like um what's the word? Can't even think of the word. Moving on. All right.
Got a skin ring.
You better so people know you married even when you ain't got that ring on. All right. Let's talk about our relationship a little bit. Um, do you think that you've changed since being married? I know I have.
Yeah.
How?
I have the more family responsibilities.
You what?
Have the more family responsibilities.
Well, yeah, but how has it changed you as a person?
I'm more patient. I have had to learn to think about others than just thinking about myself.
Hmm.
Because we all know I would be a little self-centered sometimes.
Yeah, that's that only child.
Syndrome.
Hmm. And imagine the fact that all three of us are only children, you, me, and Lyric, in this house. It's a mess. Okay, so you think you've gotten
Better with it, yep.
more patient and less self-centered.
A less selfish.
Hmm. All right, let's see. What else? You got anything for me?
What about you coming into this marriage?
What about me coming into this marriage?
How have you changed?
Um, I actually don't know. How do you think I've changed? Or have I changed?
I don't know. I think it was made for me already to get married. So he was showing them qualities early in the relationship.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. But I think I don't care what anybody says. There's a difference between dating and being married. No matter how long you were dating or how short you were dating, there is a huge difference between the two. Do you agree?
Yeah. 'Cause if you dating, you might be dating multiple people. When you married, you're only dating one person.
Well, yeah, that. But also, like, the expectations are different. Like,
Yeah.
I have expectations of you now that I didn't have um, when we were dating. Things that I care about now that I didn't care about when we were dating. Speaking of dating other people, do you ever miss being single? Be honest.
Oh, 'cause now I don't ever have to worry about if I'm gonna have somebody next to me at night.
Is
Uh,
that like a thought for y'all, for men? Like,
I think so. But
uh,
nobody like being alone.
that's
Why do you
true.
get married to the one person that makes you happy 24/7, 365, even when you mad at them.
Yeah,
You can't stay mad at them.
no, there's no point. Just work through it.
Even
Um,
if you have to go sleep on the couch or in
yeah.
the other bedroom.
Um, let's see. What do you think? Do you think there's anything that we've like survived as a couple that maybe other people haven't, or
Yeah, but I don't want family and friends to judge me, so we ain't gonna tell it what it is. But we've overcome some obstacles in our marriage.
He said, I don't want family and friends to judge me. I really don't even know what you're talking about. Hold on, y'all. Time out. Okay, I was just making sure we was on the same. Okay, yeah. But I feel like that's something that
A
a
lot of
lot of
people
people
marriages
go
don't,
through that.
but a lot of people the first sign of trouble they divorce paper, and be like,
Don't
uh,
try to work through it.
then don't try to be like, well, I can't work through this. I want to marry a divorce. It's counseling. It's sitting down talking to each other, talking it out, finding ways to improve the situation.
But
Communication is key.
it is key. But communication is nothing without comprehension, which is another
Yeah, a lot of people.
topic that I have for future podcasts. But communication is nothing without comprehension. So if you're not comprehending what's being communicated, it's worthless. But also, we sitting down, we talking it out, we working it out, we making a plan to make things better. Things need to get better. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think they've been getting better.
I wasn't directing
I
that
know.
towards
I'm just
us,
saying.
but
I just think in our situation, I think things have been getting better.
yeah, because it's not fair to anybody involved if even if it's the husband explaining to the wife like I don't like these things, and she's like okay I'll change them, and they continue to happen. That is abuse. Like that's emotional mental abuse because I've told you I don't like these things and you keep doing them because you think that I have to stay in this marriage. That's also not right. But okay, moving on. That was real deep for no reason. One more thing that's kind of deep. What scares you most about the future? And then what excites you about the future? Our future, like our marriage.
Um, what scared me and what excites me. I'm gonna do what excites me the most first,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like moving forward, we passed the 1 year. I've been driving trucks almost a year, so it's up from now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like moving forward is the best to come. What scares me is I don't know exactly what's gonna be going on. I don't know the future. You feel
Yeah, just the uncertainty.
me? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Uncertainty is always scary. But yeah, I'm excited.
And
I'm,
I'm moving back to Texas real
that's what I
soon.
was about to say. I'm excited about this move back to Texas. I'm excited about what I'm doing with Stag Mom and with the business. I have a lot of plans. I just need the money and the support. So if you could please like, comment, share, that would be helpful. Thank
Yeah, support the podcast, support the
you.
movement,
Yeah, we've got a lot
support
of
your
things.
friends and family.
Yeah. But they say majority of your support comes from strangers,
True.
not from.
But even if you don't want to support, tell somebody else that might will.
Mhm.
Just because you can't give a share, just share one person. That one share might turn into 10 shares, which might turn into 100 shares, which yeah, tenfold.
Yeah, agree. Okay, let's take a real quick walk down memory lane, real quick,
Yeah.
which might be short because one of us has a.
Short term memory. So hey, it is what it is.
Okay.
I remember certain things.
Um, do you remember the first time you knew that you loved me?
We talked about this before.
That was the first time that you knew you wanted to marry me. I hope you knew you loved me before you wanted to marry me.
Girl, I don't know the date or time, but not like that.
Okay. Do you know what was going on in our lives at that time?
I want to say I was just dealing with family stuff back home here in Mississippi, and you was there for me mentally and was giving me sound advice. So I knew then, and You always been on top of me about just spending unnecessary money, so I know you cared. It was kind of early, like the first 6 months.
Do you remember who said I love you first?
I don't remember that, do you?
Oh yeah, you. And talking about I don't remember that. Anyway, um, yeah, I mean, I think I don't remember the exact moment when I like was like, dang, I love this man, but I'm pretty sure it was one of those moments where like, you and Lyric were, you know, having a moment. Those always make you
My
appreciate
lyric.
somebody. Okay, big Kool-Aid smile.
My lyric. Not Charles, but mine. And hers, but mainly mine.
Okay.
My
What's
mini me.
my mini me?
But she has my personality.
Certain parts. The certain parts are very much me. One thing you wish we could redo or just do better.
Um, there's quite a few things I wish I could take back in our relationship.
Hmm.
There's some bad choices I made that might have put a strain on our relationship for a while.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I don't need everybody in our personal business. But I made decisions and choices in a relationship that I wish I could take back. It might make things a little easier, less stressful, you know.
Yeah. I think that I would redo. I don't know. This is gonna sound okay. Let me just preface this before I say it.
You pause.
No, I didn't pause, but I'm just prefacing. I don't mean that I wish we didn't get married. That's not what I'm about to say. I, if we could redo it, I would have waited the year to get married this year on the like same date,
Oh, why?
just this year. Um, because
Well, you had a lot going on at the time. I was in school, then you had to.
yeah, but it's really because now that we've come up with the idea of the vow renewal, like doing the vow renewal on the cruise, I wish we would have just. It would have been cool to have just waited until this year to just get married that way. Like we should have just had our wedding on the cruise.
Yeah, the cruise wedding was fun. Remember the couple we seen?
Yeah. Well, there was like two or three, but
Imagine what kind of gift they would have gave us for that. Remember we had the free spa?
oh yeah, yeah. So we got a
Somebody
free
would.
free spa for our anniversary, but yeah, I wonder what they give couples to get married on a cruise because you definitely spend more money.
But yeah, what's something you wish we could have did on the cruise that we didn't get a chance to do?
Um, well, I wish we would have gotten to do what I originally had planned, which was like the snorkeling and ATVs. Well, we weren't gonna do the ATVs. They have that one where you could like drive the Jeeps, like the Wranglers. I had it
Like
booked.
through the sand and stuff, like you see people doing over in Dubai.
I don't think it's through the sand. I think it's like in the mud, like
Oh yeah,
mudding.
that would have been fun. I went
Yeah,
mudding like once or twice, but that was on the clock at work in the
yeah,
side by side,
yeah. I've been
full four
mudding.
wheel drive.
I've been mudding a few times, but I had it planned, and
Shout out to Dallas Sexwall.
I had it planned, but then we found out that we were pregnant, and literally that's on all of the warning things that you can't do it pregnant. So
Just a month or two in, you think it would have hurt some?
yeah, when we went on the cruise, I was supposed to be yes
Put
going
it
snorkeling.
under the water.
Yes,
We just had the water, baby, you know.
yeah. Well, okay. Let's switch gears and talk about something else a little more spicy. So if
I
you
said.
If you knew us as babies, it might be time for you to turn the podcast off. If you changed our
If you're
diapers,
over 45 years old, turn the podcast off. This is not for you.
if we are considered your niece or nephew or son or daughter is in any of our titles, when it comes to you, go ahead and turn the podcast off.
Or fast forward about a good 10, 15 minutes.
All right. So yeah. Let's get a little spicy, okay? I've got some. You remember that game Would You Rather?
Yeah.
I got a spicy version for you. It's not too
Alright.
bad. It's not too much, but some people might not want to hear that from us. All right. And I want you to think of a couple on your own, or maybe like one or two, to throw back at me.
Alright.
All
I'll
right.
catch the flow.
Yeah, you're good at catching what I throw back.
Yeah, I am. It's real good.
All right. Would you rather a quickie every day or one long session a week?
A sneaky quickie or a regular quickie?
Define.
A sneaky quickie is like the kid up
Mm-hmm.
and we both want what the other person offering. And
Okay.
we gotta
Do it real quick.
Yeah.
What's a regular quickie then?
Before I go to work.
Oh, we're not being sneaky. We just
Yeah,
we're set
I
pressed for
woke up,
time.
I got like 5-10 minutes to get a little action.
Oh, that one. That one. A regular quickie or one long session a week. But like a regular quickie every day, like every day before you go to work in the morning, real quick, 10 minutes. Or one regular session a week.
Like 2-3 times a week.
No, just once a week.
I prefer the everyday quickie.
The 10-minute every day?
Yeah.
Me too.
Give me a little knowledge and a bend over.
A little knowledge.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that bookend of yours. That curved bookend. Cause the show ain't flat.
Okay. Why are we talking in riddles? Just say it. Okay. Would you prefer or would you rather lights on or lights off?
Lights on.
For real? Why?
I don't know. I like to be able to see what's going on.
You
never noticed?
Not really.
It ain't gotta be like a light, but like if it's light coming through the from a TV or something.
But I guess that makes sense with you preferring it in the morning anyway.
With the TV on,
or the lights coming through the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never really noticed because I don't have a preference. Just whatever.
Normally I can see you, so if the TV, the light from the TV is normally on. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we keep the TV on quite a bit. Okay.
The noise maker.
The what?
The noise maker.
To drown out the
X-rated noises.
Okay. So I have written down here shower sex or kitchen counter sex, but I don't think we've ever had sex on the kitchen counter. I can't remember us ever being.
Not even at the apartment.
The cabinets were so low, I can't imagine that I was on the counter.
I think I've bent you over with a counter.
Yeah, but I never was like. To me, counter sex is kind of awkward because like.
The shit in the way.
Yes, and if I'm on the counter, like you have to be the perfect height to like.
I ain't Shaq.
Or.
So I prefer the shower.
Either that or like the counter's digging in your back. Shower sex?
Yeah, bathroom sex in general.
What about bathroom sex or car sex? Is that too immature? Car sex. We've
No,
recently had sex in the car, so
on the side of the road.
yeah. Ooh, road trip sex or regular at home sex?
Road trip
Road
sex.
trip sex.
If somebody might be passing down the highway or
You just like the idea of almost of people seeing.
yeah, I'm a little exhibitionist sometimes.
Yeah, we have road trip sex quite
Voyeur.
often. Wait, are you what?
Voyeur.
I thought that was video.
Somebody could be watching, you don't know it. Like the time at the rest stop behind the tree while there was people out there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We have road trip sex quite often.
We take a lot
Whenever
of road trips.
we do, whenever
Not just
we're
me and
alone. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Would you rather like be teased all day, like sexting, sending pictures, all those things, or just be surprised at night when you get home?
you. This surprised me at night.
You don't want to do the sexting?
No, cause then I'm all horny
Yeah, that's
and
the point.
awkward. But
Like,
after a while, it'll wear off.
what if I waited till like an hour before you get home and start the
I can't text and drive in my profession, so that's not gonna work.
okay, true. I guess that's the point. All right.
Maybe a couple years ago.
When you weren't driving.
Yeah, send me them big old boobies.
Not boobies.
Yeah, them melon,
Knockers.
them big old round things on your chest.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Um. All right. What about makeup sex or intoxicated sex? Makeup sex, like we didn't
Makeup
fought.
sex,
Why?
cause it'd be a little more passionate.
Yeah, that'd be more. That's not just sex.
The toxicity.
Because it's a little toxic. Yeah. Plus, intoxic. Well, I don't know if that's just us or it comes with age, but intoxicated sex doesn't happen as often usually.
Cause when we get intoxicated, I want to go to
Go to
sleep.
sleep. Yeah. But
If it ain't happening while I'm drinking, I don't know what to tell you.
So makeup sex.
Yup.
What about you? I mean, ask me.
I'm thinking.
Oh, well, why you think I got
Sex at home or sex at a friend's house or someone
what?
else's house? Which one gets
Oh, at
you off
someone
the more?
else's house gets me off more.
Yeah.
I guess there's always that thrill of being,
Caught or
yeah,
hurt. I'm with you.
someone hearing you.
Yeah.
So someone else's house, but we also have that thrill in our own home. So,
But
cause
they just not old enough to know what's going on, so it's not the same because they can't just bust in the door.
that's true.
I got one more.
Okay,
Favorite position?
you already know my favorite position. What you think it is? I know you know.
Doggy?
Stop. Yes, from the back is definitely my favorite position. What's yours?
Standing up in that thing from the back
Why is that any different than?
and smacking them cheeks.
Okay, getting a little a little too excited over there. All right, so that was fun. Should I ask you some more?
I'm thinking of one. You can ask one more. Just give me time to ask one more.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one because me and some of my friends, I won't name them because I don't want nobody to be embarrassed or anything. But we talk about this a lot. Food in the bedroom or no? Like whipped cream and chocolate. I don't know if we've ever done that. Like I know we've done it like separately with other people, but I don't know if we've done that with
I
one
think
another.
we've done.
Whipped cream?
We had some edible underwears one time.
Did we do that?
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds familiar.
Like when we first started fooling around, the first 3 or 4 months,
Yeah.
we went to the sex shop. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, so okay. That
Not underwear, but the flavor stuff.
yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because somebody asked me recently what's one of the things that we do to spice up our marriage. And so that's what I told them.
We go to the sex shop.
Yeah, so we do this thing every once in a while where we do a sex shop date. We do it two ways. Either we just go in there together and whatever, look around and pick something up.
If my
Or
pocket's right, we do it separately because I can go in there and get some
yeah,
good.
or we do where we set a budget and then we each go in there separately and buy something to then use in the bedroom for the other person to either use or use on you or whatever the case may be. It's one of the things that we do. So that might be when that happened, probably when we
It
bought
was
the yeah
the flavor for when you give me that good knowledge.
knowledge. But okay, but that's not food though. That's supposed to be in the bedroom. What about like
It
whipped
technically,
cream and
it technically is food. It's like a flavor thing.
yes, but it's made for the to use for the bedroom. So, but how do you
It
feel about?
basically can because it don't have no effect on me. It don't get me no harder or nothing.
I know that, but it's made specifically for bedroom use. Whipped cream, chocolate, caramel, all those things are not
I
made.
don't like feeling sticky. Then I have to go. They were on the mama. You have to go clean yourself up unless I'm putting it on you.
Then I gotta go clean myself, and we ain't putting none of that food below the waist. I am not. No, thank you. She is very sensitive. The older that I get, especially.
I guess that's a no.
All right, but you've
I
done it
might
before, though.
put some on your nips. That's about it.
Yeah, but you've done it before, though, like outside of me with other people.
A couple times
Yeah, me too. When I was younger, so
in my
the
20s.
the appeal's not there anymore.
Been there, done it.
Type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a. It's not a need.
Yeah. All right. Did you think of another one for me?
Hmm. Craziest place we've ever done.
Us?
Yeah. Other than the roadside stuff.
Other than the roadside?
Yeah, the one spot that we ain't gonna speak on in Texas.
Oh, yeah. No. Um. um.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Craziest place we've ever. Other than roadside?
Yeah. On the cruise, then we
Oh. You want to tell the cruise story
I'm trying to
on the
remember.
balcony?
Oh yeah, with the dude next door listening.
Oh my
And man, I
gosh.
was by her baby bent over and they're like, baby, somebody, I'm like, ain't nobody there. I'm still getting it. Then I look down, I see some fucking shoes and a watch. I'm like, what the fuck? How long he been there? What have he heard?
He heard it
I
all.
wonder whether he had some lotion or something in his hand.
Ew, stop. I hope not. I hope not.
He might have been an audio person.
No. But yeah. I mean the cruise wasn't crazy, but that
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 moment,
situation was
yeah.
crazy.
That was the
Yeah.
first day, right?
Yeah. That was like the first hour of us being in our room. We had just started the cruise. We
The
had just
ship
left
had,
Galveston.
yeah, shit was moving.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Then we went to go to the cruise party afterwards.
Yeah, after that. But I don't know any most of our crazy places are like random
Yeah.
from road trips.
Yeah. The random sex is the best sex. You never know when it's gonna jump off in. It's the fact that it's not conventional in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right, would you rather me initiate sex or
It depends. Cause you always try to initiate it.
always?
You be beating me to it.
Always.
The best sex is when I'm initiating it though.
Yeah.
Cause I'm in the mood for it then.
And
I'm
I'm
off.
always in the mood, so it
Yeah.
really doesn't matter.
You get to waking up and I get to poking you up.
Um, yeah.
Come here.
All
Come here,
right.
girl.
I come here, girl. Okay. Did you think of it another one?
Nah.
Okay.
We can move to the next question.
Um, oh well, that's all I really had. We talked about a lot today.
For real?
Hmm?
For real?
Yeah.
Well, this episode in real time is probably much longer.
Yeah, it's probably like an hour and a half.
It's longer than that in real time.
We didn't have to pause and do all types of stuff.
Take a couple intermissions.
We have extra kids in the house today while we're trying to record.
So I'm playing dad and stepdad, or big uncle and dad at the same time.
Yeah,
It takes a village to raise kids sometimes, and
all the time.
I'm playing my part today with the village.
Mhm. But hey, that's what you know.
Being a good neighbor is for. Maybe one day we will need that. You never know. You pay it forward.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about being married? I just thought of that
I
randomly.
thought we asked that.
Mm-mm. Like your favorite day to day part about being married.
I know when I get home, I got somebody to talk to, tell about my day or maybe to call while I'm at work and shit just going. I mean, shit just at work just getting on my nerves. It's like I need to tell vent. I got me a person I can
Yeah,
vent to.
because I don't know. I mean, I hate that you're going through stuff during the day, but that's one of my favorite parts about the day too. Like when you just call
Tell me
me,
about my day.
yeah, or when you just call me, like he don't even be saying hello. He don't even be waiting for me to say hello, and I pick up the phone and he just be going off about whatever it is that he needs to get off his chest. But yeah. Anyway, okay. One last little segment for this episode. Let's
Oh yeah, can we go back? I got a
uh,
question.
go ahead.
What's your favorite part of the marriage?
Of being married.
Yeah.
Um, well, one, I agree with you about like having somebody to always talk to. Cause I don't know, I feel like it's like people say that all the time though, but it's like having a everyday sleepover with your best friend.
I can agree with that.
Like I always have somebody number one to talk to. I always got somebody to watch a movie with. I always got some. If I want to do something, there's always that built-in person
Me.
that I know I can do it with.
And another thing I like about it, I always got somebody that they can cook me restaurant quality meals. If y'all don't know, she can throw down.
Thank you, baby.
I had an
Yeah,
Olive Garden this week.
it
Yep.
was not. It didn't even. Whatever. It
It
was.
did to
It
me.
was good. I ain't even gonna lie. All right. So one last little segment. You know those videos on like TikTok and stuff where it's like Who's most likely to
Yeah.
this? Okay, so I got some of those questions.
All right.
Who you think and who I think. Okay,
All right.
you ready?
Yep. Let's get it.
Uh, who's most likely to fall asleep during the movie?
You? And
Definitely
then
true.
get mad when I keep watching.
I only be getting mad when we be watching series together, and then you 13 episodes ahead of me. Like, where's the loyalty?
See, guys, this is what you're gonna go through when you get married. Where's the
No,
loyalty?
that was when we was living separately, and we would like be
It's even worse now.
watching series together, and you would be on episode 10, and I'm on episode 3 still.
Shouldn't been falling asleep.
Whatever.
I
Okay.
know I'm a binge watcher.
Yeah. Um. Who is most likely, or no? Who hogs the covers?
Me?
You. Most definitely you. You the reason why we sleep with two separate covers.
Oh well,
Cause I be waking up in the middle of the night with nothing on me.
I be needing my cover sometimes
You
just to
can't.
get comfortable.
What about me though?
I don't be trying to. I toss and turn in my sleep. That stuff happens. I don't even be knowing it's happening.
I'm gonna be taking all that cover with him. Mm-mm-mm.
Who hog all the pillows?
You don't even like having a whole bunch of pillows.
Oh well, but I start off with 4 pillows around me.
I do not hog all the pillows. I have two specific pillows that are mine that I want, and you have all the other pillows on the bed. I don't take them
I be
pillows.
wanting that big pillow too
It's
sometimes.
mine.
Someone left mine in Georgia at the hotel.
That was your pillow. Why do we keep having this talk? That was your pillow.
Who's the person that always gets everything together?
You can't blame that on me. That's your pillow. You should have remembered. Okay. Who's more romantic?
You.
Me. Yeah. Hmm.
But when I do it, I do good.
You do. It's just not a first thought. You be having a bunch of other thoughts. Who is? We just had this conversation, not on mic, but we were talking about who's more stubborn.
I'm tit for tat sometimes, but you.
Yeah,
But that's a Gemini thing,
we're
like
both
I
super
said
stubborn.
earlier.
Who apologizes first after an argument?
Me.
I don't think that's true. I think we both apologize after arguments.
But I apologize first,
I don't know.
most times.
I guess. I guess. You be
And
wrong more.
then you'll come back after the fact and apologize and be like, baby, I'm sorry.
I'd be more so whatever we arguing about, you be apologizing for whatever the thing is that we're arguing about. I mostly come back and apologize for like
Hollering at me.
yeah, for yelling or for my tone or for whatever, overreacting, whatever the situation might be. Okay.
I got a question.
Hmm.
What's one habit you don't like that I do? And I'm ready to do it right now. I already know what it is.
Go ahead.
Smoking black. Smoking.
Yeah. Smoking should needs to stop. Because it doesn't just affect you. That's why I would like for that habit to. Because you know that you, God forbid, but you know that you would feel so horrible if you found out that one of us was sick because of your smoking. Granted, y'all, let me say, he does do a really good job at not smoking around us and being outside and, all of those things. But still, but it's like, I need you to stick around. I need you to be here for a while.
I'm gonna be here at least 35 more years.
You okay? Well, it'll be a healthier 30, 40 more years if you stop smoking.
I might go down if I stop. Like, hey man, say
No,
if I drink water, it hurt me.
no, no. What's one habit that you want me to get rid of?
Damn good habit.
I thought you were gonna say like negative self-talk or
Yeah, that. I forget about that till it happen.
yeah.
I would like you to feel like you're the queen that you know you really are, but sometimes you get down in the dumps.
I'm a little depressy sometimes.
Oh, you got me. I'm your antidepressant.
Mm. Okay, who keeps the house running?
You.
Period.
So like me.
Period.
You fuck
Definitely.
around and I have lights on around it.
This
Just
house,
be running a stitch cord from across the street. And
house does not
have all
run.
every cable internet working. Talking about, man, I forgot to pay the light bill this month.
Mm, this house does not run without me.
You're the captain of this ship,
Hmm.
the SS Whales.
Who kills the bugs? You.
Me. Who kills
Literally.
everything around this motherfucker?
You.
Me. I
Who?
am the exterminator of the house.
Yep. Who remembers all the important dates?
You?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even know it was my birthday coming up until I was been like, man, today the 30th.
That means my birthday tomorrow. Who takes care of the car stuff?
Me. I'm
Yep.
trying oil brakes,
Yep. Thank
tune
God you
ups.
know how to do it all. We don't have to like go to someone to get it done.
I have a degree from YouTube
YouTube
University.
University. Um, I guess that's all I got. You can think of anything?
Hmm. Who's the hustler of the house?
You, both of us, but
I say,
you,
I say water to the motherfucking
yeah,
sun and the fish.
yeah.
Like the sun don't even need water. Come on, son, go buy this water for $5, bro.
Yeah.
It'll make you burn a little brighter.
Both of us though. Our house is definitely a hustling house. We never are not
I turn
thinking
every
about
job I have
making
into a
money.
hustle. I will find a way to make money off my job after they pay me. Some form of fashion, the legal way.
Who's most likely to get jealous?
You?
I don't know if that's true. I'm most likely to show that I'm jealous, but that does not mean that you're not getting jealous just because you don't.
I be in my own little world. Probably wouldn't even notice what's going on.
Hmm. Sure. Don't let this man fool y'all. But okay. Um, who's most likely to turn an argument into a joke?
You?
Everything's a joke with me. That's how I cope
No,
with
I
it.
thought you meant. I thought you said a joke
No,
into an argument.
no.
But you are in my. What I just said. You is definitely you. You.
Because
I
you
could
be
be
telling
joking.
jokes at the wrong time. You go, this is not
I
the
be
time
trying
to
to
be
break the ice
joking.
and change the mood. Then you get mad about it.
Yes,
I be trying to make you laugh and put a smile on your face, and you refuse to laugh. And
exactly.
then
I'm
to
not
come
ready
back,
to laugh yet.
then to come back later, like, baby, that was funny, baby. I
Because
know it was. That's
it
why I
wasn't funny
said
right
it.
then, though, because I was mad.
You better get unglad,
You be
unmad,
mad.
and get glad.
Who's more likely to remember anniversaries? Me.
Tit for tat.
Me.
Real anniversary. 4-4 every year.
Nah.
4-4 we tipping.
Yeah, no, he gonna remember the anniversary. Now whether gifts are given or not is another story, but he gonna remember that it's happening. Who's most likely to write a love letter?
You, because I don't even like writing.
Who says I love you more?
Me,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
we're
that's true.
equal.
No, I think you say it more. I'm not even gonna hold you. I do think you say it more. I don't mean you love me any more than I love you, but you say it more. Who's more likely to leave dishes in the sink? Well, we don't have a dishwasher, so
When I cook, I wash them as soon as I get done with it,
I leave dishes in the sink on purpose
because I'm gonna have to wash them.
because I cooked, so you should wash the dishes.
I'm the dishwasher.
No, I wash dishes during the week. The only time I ask you to wash the dishes is whatever's left by the weekend.
I'm the dishwasher, y'all. Don't let her fool
No,
y'all.
don't let him fool you. I wash dishes all
I
week
don't say
this
you
week.
don't,
You
but
only wash dishes on when we clean up on the weekends. That's the only time you wash
I'm the
dishes.
dishwasher. Because that's the only time I have time to wash. Because when I come home during the week, I don't want to do nothing.
Who does everything else in the house?
You
Wash dishes, wash clothes, wash floors, wash walls.
wash balls.
That's your job to wash them motherfuckers.
You wash them after I done washed
Anyway, all right.
them. Watch.
I guess we better
Wash.
go because okay. I guess we better go because y'all don't even know how stressful recording this episode has been. We have had to stop so many times. People at the door, kids running in and out, all types of stuff.
We need a production team.
Yeah, we need a team in general.
Yeah, we are.
Eventually.
We will be looking for applicants. We
No, we
need a
won't.
good PR team.
No, we don't. Because we ain't got money to pay nobody.
We just got to be down for the cause. Be
People
a
want
part of
money
something.
for their
Come,
services.
y'all welcome to the cookout. Come get you a plate every other day, once or twice a week, maybe on the weekend. Invited to the barbecue. Ain't even got to bring that. That's your pay. You know y'all motherfuckers be hungry out here. Don't let them fool you, baby.
All right. So, what have we learned? We should leave with something inspirational. What have we learned in the past since our last episode?
The
And all of
last episode was you and Micaiah.
no, since me and your last episode, what have we learned in our marriage?
My wife really loves me.
That's what you learned?
She puts up with a lot. Hard to handle sometimes.
I feel like
I'm the Gucci man, and she's the Keisha.
Keisha Kayor.
Yeah. I fucks up.
Yeah. But I mean,
I ain't a habitual fucker upper, but I fucks up sometimes.
okay, but yeah, but let's just clarify because you're making it seem like you just do a whole bunch of
Fucked up shit.
yeah, but he also means like he also means just like being annoying. Because like I said earlier about like marriage feeling like you having to sleep over with your best friend, like we being here like siblings. That's how we joke around. That's how we fight and fuss. That's how we wrestle and and all types of stuff like siblings.
This audio podcast got to be a video podcast in the next year, because you got to see some of these facial expressions I be throwing out. It'd be funny.
Okay. So
it's heavy on the wrestling lately.
Because yeah, for the married people out there, have a WWE night with your spouse. It helps. I feel like it's a way of having intimacy. It's a way of stopping arguments. It's a way of just like spending time together. Like literally fight your partner.
Motherfucker tried to hit me with the people's elbow the other night. I wasn't going.
It was so much fun though.
It was.
I know you ain't gotta. You ain't gotta pretend like in
I
front of these
said it
people,
was.
because the next day you definitely was like, "Babe, last night
I
was
said it
fun."
was.
Okay, yeah, you know I'm your
At
best
least
friend.
2, 3 times a month we should do that.
Yeah,
On a Sunday, Saturday,
our own. Stop doing
or on a
that.
Monday.
Our own WWE
Yeah, Monday
night,
Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw. Anyway, so that's what
Live
you've
in the
learned,
flesh.
is that your wife really loves you.
She puts up with a lot.
Hmm.
She's a strong one.
Thank you,
That's
baby.
because we were meant to be together. Unforced.
I agree. I think that the little spiritual.
Like a lot of people get married because they had kids, and my bad for cutting you off. That wasn't our case.
What? What did you
A
say?
lot of people get married because they have kids,
Oh,
and stuff like that.
yeah. They got
Like,
married because they had kids,
yeah, not
not
a
because.
real reason
Yeah,
for the love, for the companionship, for the compassion.
yeah. That's true. Um, but yeah, like the little spiritual journey that I went on right before we met, which I didn't know we were gonna meet, but I knew that I was like ready to meet my
Like I
husband.
told y'all before, I felt like I was gonna meet her.
I feel like I went through that to turn me into the wife that you needed me to be, because honestly before that, like before I cut my locks off and like went on my weight loss journey and started like working on my patience and stuff, the person I was before that would not be able to be with you. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you.
Well, anyway, see, I'm glad it's not a visual
You
podcast.
got it. You meet it.
No. But anyway, all right. So, what have I learned since our last? Um, that marriage. Well, I kind of already knew, but just to like give it a quote, marriage isn't magic; it's maintenance. You know, like it doesn't just happen. You have to work at it. Yeah.
True, true. Shit not easy.
Yeah, you gotta keep showing up for each other,
It's not a job.
but it is work.
It ain't for the weak of heart.
It's definitely not for the weak. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. Being married and parenthood, two hardest things I've ever done in life, but also two of the most rewarding things I've ever done. So, all right. So, if you listened last week, then you know that I started doing this thing where I have a Bible verse and a song dedicated to the episode. So, my Bible verse for today comes from Ecclesiastes 4 9 through 10, and it says, "Two are better than one, but only if you're willing to lift each other up, not just post each other up," is essentially what the scripture says. Okay. So, whether you're married or going on a self love journey or in a situationship, just know that, you know, it's all worth it in the end. Right?
I can agree with that.
Okay. What song should we dedicate to this episode? You got any ideas?
I've been heavy on the Key Glock and Done Trip lately for the past week. So if y'all know Done Trip and Starlito just dropped Step Brother 4, listen to the song Royal Rumble. It's a WWE song with all the wrestler music. Since we had WWE night once a week, I want to dedicate this song to this episode.
All right, you guys. Well, there you go. There's our song and our Bible verse for this week. This is a long episode.
An
We've been
hour.
Over an hour. We got an hour and 20 at this point.
We gotta edit some stuff out though.
No, I don't. But we just gonna give it to them raw and straight, per usual. Anyway, all right, we gotta go, y'all, because we have
Birthday next week.
we got some parenting to do. It's a long weekend. Happy Memorial Day. What are we doing this weekend? Parenting today.
Parenting today. Vicksburg tomorrow. Monday.
Going
Beach
to
life.
the beach because your girl needs some sun. So, all right. If y'all get a chance, which y'all have one now, go ahead and drop a happy birthday in the chat for my husband. Right? With a red, what you want them to drop in the chat for you this week?
Drop me a 100.
All right.
Keep it 100.
Dropping 100 in the chat, wishing him a happy birthday. We appreciate you guys for listening. We love you. We'll be back again soon. But as always, make sure you give yourself some grace this week. And remember, you're doing better than you think you are. Have a great week, y'all.